Oh man, we back. My boy Trey. So this is a topic you wanted to talk about today. So basically, the question of the day is, was it the black man's fault that he was a slave,
hmm
and is it his fault that he's in the predicament that he's currently in?
Yeah. So I'm gonna just break this shit down because a lot of dudes always take that bullshit slave narrative that we slaves and that's why we been so oppressed in this system. We was drugged from Africa, this and that. No, nigga, no. And they always try to compare us and say we the exact same as Africans. We those are ancestors. Somewhat true. And then you got a lot of niggas now that talk about we was indigenous here, we was already here. Somewhat true, but I'm gonna break it down today. So yes, it is our fault that we were slaves, and yes, it is our fault that we at a low stage now. And the reason is because we had power before slavery, and we gave it up. Some of us came from Africa on slave ships, and with that being said, you had tribes that was warring against each other, and then you also had Europeans that was at war with African tribes. Uh, so when you got tribes that's warring against each other, then you got Europeans warring against other Africans, and so they selling each other out and kidnapping each other and selling each other to European white men, and someone was selling each other to black Europeans. We're gonna get into that too. So they just selling each other out. So some of us do come from the lineage of African uh, slaves that was put on boats and travel across the seas. And you also had what you call the Indian Wars here in America. You had Indian tribes or native tribes. You know, it was great civilization here before Christopher Columbus even got here. We're gonna get into that. So with that being said, you had black indigenous people, black native people that was siding with Europeans and selling each other into slavery and kidnapping each other and even using each other as slaves. And also, you had black men that was European black men. So when you look at the last names that black people got today, they all didn't come from slaves. A lot of the colonists in the original colonies is black men that traveled here from Europe. That was European black men that came here as free men. So if you look at John Hanson, the first president of the United States was a black man. You can look it up. And then you look at Benjamin Banneker, architect designer, laid out DC. You know, even if you look at the American Revolutionary War, you had a bunch of Haitians that fought in it. You know, you had a bunch of black men that came from France and black men that fought for Britain as mercenaries. And if you read, was it Benjamin Franklin book, he described what he was seeing in Europe at that time. He was seeing black men, and he called them swarthy and tawny. And he said most of the men in Germany, France, Scotland was black. So now that we know that you had the black Africans, the black Indians, and then the black Europeans all fighting against each other and selling each other into slavery, and you know that the first president of America was a black man, and some of the biggest plantation owners was black man, it can't be nobody's fault but yours. And we went against our God and our religion, and we went against each other. And then the white man slowly creeped in and established the United States that you see today. So a lot of people don't know that history. You know, I want to get into it. If you look back into history books in Louisiana, a lot of slave owners there was black men and black women that owned slave in the French colony in the colonies. You know, Louisiana, and they had French names. And then a lot of names that you see black people have today, uh, is Scottish names or Germanic names, stuff like that, or Irish names. It's not because they were slave masters. Some did get their name from slave masters, but a lot of these names is black man names, like Peters, Peterson, Johnson, Jackson, Jones, Williams. You hardly see white people with them type of name. You see white people with the name like Sladacek or Goldstein, Epstein. Goddamn, the fouls are sick. But you know, you see white people with names like that. You don't see them with those type of names. And so we really gonna get into it. Even the greatest warriors of those days was black men. Napoleon Bonaparte. A lot of people say he wasn't black, he was a black man. If you look at the French island that he was from, their national flag is a head of a black man on their flag. It's a black dude. And when you listen and read books that's describing him, it described him as being a black man. When you read certain books and descriptions of him, like British, right? The British hated him. They put out a warrant for his arrest or whatever, or they put a reward out for him, and they was describing him. They said he was swarthy, black. He was about 5'6", had dark piercing eyes, hairy eyebrows, black hair. What else they say? They said his face kind of had a sinking in look, but if you listen, they said he was black and swarthy. So that means he was a black man. And like I said earlier, Benjamin Franklin was talking about what he seen in Europe, and he was saying that most of the people were swarthy and taunty and black. So that means the European man that came in the colonies was black. And then if you look at the first natives that was at Thanksgiving dinner or some dinner, not Thanksgiving dinner, it was some dinner that Christopher Columbus brought him back, and it was a painting of Native Americans in Europe that Christopher Columbus brought with him back to Europe. They was portrayed as black people on the painting. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody black didn't come from Africa, and a lot of the people in the colonies was black people. And even if you look at the census, they say we 13% of the population, but in the Epstein files, white people amongst themselves were saying that black people was over 20% of the population, and I believe that to be greater than that. And just say if we was just 13 or 12%, it's what they say, that's like 50 million black people here, 40 million something, 50 million. That's still too many black people when you account all the abortions rate of black people, when you account all the slaves that got killed, all the babies that got killed by alligators, and all of that. That's still a lot of black people. So how can all these black people just come from Africa during the slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade, or how can they? Like, it don't make sense. It gotta be different black people from different cultures all mixing together, and that's what you get, you know. So I just don't understand when people say that. And if you look at what's really going on, I'm getting back to it. It's the black man's fault because we had power and we gave it up. Even now, we can't even control our women because we got too many simps in our community. So we can't even control our women. We can't even tell our women, hey, look, this is how I feel about certain things. Don't do this. And if you do it, we're going to check you about it. Like, you got a lot of Democratic politicians that's, you know, women of color, but I understand why a lot of black men didn't vote for Kamala. Because for one, she really didn't push the black agenda big enough, and she's married to a white man. So if you got all this propaganda that Republicans are spewing about you and how you bad for black people, and then you show up with a white man to a cookout, what you think real masculine black men look at you and see? It's something embedded in us to know that some of these white dudes are our enemy. I'm not saying all white men is bad, but a lot of these white dudes here is the black man natural enemy. They know it and we know it. And we must address it. You know, you got some cool white boys that's good and cool. You know, I fuck with them. But there are a lot of racist, nasty, bigot people in this world. And we can just look at them as black people and tell who they are. So if a white person is watching this video that I was cool with or whatever, and they getting mad, a hit dog will holler. But if you watching this video, I'm like, damn, I totally agree with Ace. That means that you one of the good white folks. But like I said, I really don't care. You know, I don't give a damn about what they think. The truth is that this country was founded by black men that was settlers, you know, that came to this country and started the original colonies, and it's in the history books, but they washed all that shit out. You had, if you go back and look at some of the old pictures, if they haven't destroyed them, of the Revolutionary War, it was a lot of black soldiers. So what that tell you? And then if you go back and look in the history books, it was a lot of black slave owners. Yes, some slave owners bought their family members to keep them free, you know. But if you look at certain books, I'm gonna have to bring them books and line them all up, you know, give you brothers and books to go check out. But if you look at those books, it was talking about how many black slave owners it was here in the Americas. And if you look at today, right, Martin Luther King laid out something so good and great for us to get back in power, but we failed him. We stopped shopping with black businesses, and you know, after civil rights, we wasn't really spending money with black businesses. We stopped putting our own candidates in there into local elections and voting them in. We started using a more liberal politicians. Maybe someone was black, someone was white, but they really didn't have a strong black agenda. What we should have did with the voting rights that we gained, we should have put people in there that had a really pro-black agenda that was going to move us forward in the future. So it's our fault. Like I said, we could have been a lot farther. Like you had the baby boomers. Their thing was, once a kid turned 18, they got to go and find a place. But when you do dumb shit like that, all you doing is taking your child or baby, whatever, that just graduated high school, and you making it harder on them. So if they go work a job instead of chasing their dreams, all they doing is just working to give their money to a white landlord instead of you letting them stay in the house and then they buy a house, or you buy a big property and then they build on that property. Now it's black ownership and generational wealth. But the baby boomers fucking failed the black people at that. Black baby boomers, yes, I'm on y'all ass. We gotta talk about it. So anybody simple-minded nigga that say when you graduate, you need to move, you need to get your own place, you a dumbass. All you doing is gonna give your hard-earned money to a white landlord or Asian landlord that gives two fucks about you. And yes, I'm on your ass too. We stand up for Asian people and all of this, but they don't stand up for us. And that's the truth. When you look at the bill that the Asians voted against to take away black people rights through college and university, what was it? Emancipation? Not emancipation. What was that bill? Affirmative action. Asians voted against affirmative action, so I don't give a fuck about them either. They did that shit. So we must address all of this, man. We just gotta address it. You know, the truth is the truth. You know, and all you niggas, FBA niggas, y'all make me sick too. Because y'all go against your brothers and sisters that's Africans and in the Caribbeans. We don't need to go against each other. That's just divisive. They might say something, we might say something. We need to cut all that shit out and just come together. But you FBA niggas go against them because you think the white man gonna give you reparations. Nigga, stop being a sucker, nigga. White man ain't gonna give you shit. He know who you is. You don't know who you is, nigga. You still think you came here as an African, nigga. Yes, some of us did come here from Africa. Some of us already here as native. A lot of us came from Europe as black Europeans and put laws on the books and established this United States. A lot of Congress members and senators was black before Jim Crow, nigga. You need to learn our history. So when you say you FBA or who gonna get us reparations, stop being a sucker. These white people ain't giving you shit, nigga. Get off your motherfucking ass, nigga, and make it happen. Be a man. Tell your woman she needs to cover up. Nigga, stop being a hoe. You know, I'm tired of these FBA niggas, man. They always say, oh, man, we gotta get rid of immigrants. We gotta do this and that. Nah, nigga, you a sucker. You know, I'm gonna break down who the real immigrants is because I'm against immigrants. But I'm gonna break down and tell y'all who the real immigrants is and who they trying to make the immigrants out to be. We're gonna break that shit down too. Hey, you wanna interject in this, bro? You got anything to say about it? We can put you on here. You gonna hop in the carry? Shit, he gonna hop in.
Sir, my boy Cheese. Guest Cheese tonight.
What you got? What you want to say?
I would say I wish racism would stop, but they gonna never stop though. But
Shit, I mean, it's embedded in them. And, you know, I'm not that fresh on the Bible, but the scriptures stated, even if you look at what's going on in Gaza and all that, the Bible already predicted all this shit would happen. So race always play like a big part in everything. It just is what it is. You know, they just out here to do what they gonna do. I mean, it's something you can't stop. You can't control these people. Well, the black man is really supposed to be over them and over all nations, but we too simple right now. Like if Christ came back and said, "I'm here to save black people," what do we have to offer Christ and God? A bitch twerking, a nigga getting high on the corner. Like what do we have to offer God? A nigga fucking his best friend, bitch. A nigga having sex with other brother's baby mama. What do we have to offer God? A nigga running around with a fucking dashiki and a fucking ankh on or something, talk about Egypt. I don't know. Like, what do we have to offer Christ? We don't have nothing to offer him. You know, so we can't expect nothing out of nobody in none of these nations until we get our shit together as men and as black people. It's our fault we in the position we in because we was rulers of the earth at a time up under the Moors, up under the Egyptians, you know, Tahaka, you know, Moses, King Solomon.
And even when Moses got the slaves, they went right back into captivity.
Yeah, they loved Egypt, man. Yeah, niggas love America.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people hate what Trump doing, but Trump is destroying America. If you ask any black liberal person or Democrat person, like, is Trump destroying America? They say, yeah. Well, do you think the black people is one of the lowest people in America, like, when it comes to, like, social status? They say, yeah. Well, if he's destroying the system and destroying this place, why would you get mad? You should be happy. But a lot of people don't like that. You had niggas crying and bitching to Moses when he was saving their ass. And even with Lot, that's why I said we gotta stop following black women. Black men gotta set the tone. Because if you look at when Lot was fleeing Babylon,
the
wife looked back. God told him not to look back. Like he told them, don't look back. The bitch looked back. The bitch turned salt. I don't know how hard it is. Like, and if you give women power, okay, I ain't gonna lie. If you ask me who would you rather vote for, one of these white white Republicans or Jasmine Crockett, I'm gonna vote for Jasmine Crockett. If you say who would you rather vote for, Trump or Kamala, I'm gonna obviously vote for Kamala because she got better politics. But what I'm saying is, with women's rights, if you lead women to their own demise, they will get sexual, and we see that now with the twerking. Everything I'm saying is true. They be over-sexualized. When man was in control of his household and women dress modest. We gave women freedom. Women is over-sexual. Like, every time you go on the internet, twerking. Gym tight.
Booty way up. I'm like, man,
yeah, I mean.
Bending over.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, it is what it is.
They
black
man.
Like
that, though. Like, even the rapper, like, the male rappers ain't, like, it's like they pushing a female agenda.
Yeah, man, these niggas
suck. They was wearing tight jeans, crop tops, what it called?
Oh, the crop top?
Yeah, like, what? No, like, come on, bro. Fanny pack, man, that's gay. Sorry, bro.
The only reason you supposed to have a fanny pack if it got the tool in there. That's the only reason you supposed to have it if it got the tool. I don't know, you get some other shit you can keep the tool in.
Man, tight jeans.
You can keep the tool in something else. We had 20 minutes, fuck it, we're gonna keep it going. That's right, you bitch. But yeah, man, you know, black men, we gotta stop bitching and complaining. Cause every time we say, well, we in this position because the white man put us there. No, nigga. Yeah, you gotta take account. Yes, they do a lot of fucked up shit. Yeah. And we fall to the wayside and we be low because they do shit like Jim Crow or redlining. But you know what they doing. So we gotta come back to the Bible, come back to the scriptures, and stop giving them power over us. And I hate when I've been seeing niggas talking about, oh, everybody, they steal our culture, they steal our style, they steal country music, they steal hip hop. Nigga,
that was never us.
No, I'm not. No, it was us. What I'm saying, they say the white people still rap from us. They still like Elvis stole country, and then they say the Jabberwocky stole that from you know. But I'm like, we the gods of the universe, so everything we do the world is gonna do.
And they gonna keep us under, not knowing
Yeah.
who we truly is. Cause we find out who we truly are, then they gonna be scared.
Oh,
If you
well,
don't know the
they might
Bible
be
about us,
saving.
they don't know the Bible about black people.
Yeah,
They don't know that.
White people might have a good, a better time in America, a safer time in America, and they standard of living will go up if black people rule. It'll be free health care if black people rule. It'll be nice homes. It'll be a utopia. But everybody they copy the black man because we are the cream of the crop. It is what it is,
We're the chosen people. I mean, ain't nothing to it.
Yeah, we just gotta stop complaining and giving the white man power over us like we some hoes. Oh, I can't do this because the white man stay on my neck. Nigga, if you know you on your neck, move around, nigga, and let them fight against each other, nigga, and be powerful with your brother, nigga, and get your house in order, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You start crossing off the black man for the white man at job, warehouses, any
Yeah.
type of job.
Yeah, it's fucked up out here, but we gotta come back to the scriptures, man. We just gonna leave it at that. Y'all subscribe to us, man. Fuck with us.
Boy, cheese, I tapped in for a little something.
Yes, sir.